So a couple years back, I've made a narrated horror story called The Simulation, and after about a year, I decided to bring it back except newer, brighter, and redesigned. So this is going to be the remastered story of The Simulation. The reason why I'm narrating this is because there are a lot of things about this story that I'm unable to make possible in Gacha Club for an actual movie. If I tried to explain, I think it would just be confusing, but anyone who's used Gacha Club, you probably will understand when the story goes on. And, well, it's that, and I want the viewers to just listen to the story and picture the situation in their own head, in their own way. Get a more clear understanding of what's going on so everything feels intact. That's the thing with making gacha movies, that some things just don't always make sense, how some things tie together, and I want this one to make sense. I want people to understand what's happening, and this is why I'm narrating it, so there's more detail, so everybody gets a general understanding of what's going on. The difference between the last simulation story and this one is that we'll be listening from the perspectives of more than just our two major protagonists, unlike the last scenario, and a more and clear understandable ending, things that will actually make us see both sides or more sides of other people's points of interest as the movie continues. These changes are going to likely make this new story a lot longer, but hopefully more entertaining for you viewers, and I'm really happy to bring this back. I'm really excited. If you want me to do more stories like this, drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. It's free, every subscriber counts, and you could always unsubscribe if you want. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping, let's get into it. Hope you enjoy it. The Weber family used to be just like any other. The parents working hard and inspiring their children to accomplish their dreams. The three children all had separate goals. The oldest, Hope Weber, wanted to become a film director and spent many hours filming with friends and family. The middle child, Harry, was unsure of what to do but believed he'd think of something as he got older. The youngest, Hillary, wanted to become a detective and help solve crime to make the world a better place, and her brothers showed full support. Harry and Hillary planned a birthday party together for their father, and their mother took him out to lunch and other places throughout the day while the two children prepared. At this time, the oldest sibling, Hope, was currently at college and wasn't around to help, but the two siblings still managed to set everything up. Unfortunately, before the surprise could even happen, the parents were both fatally shot just outside their home before they could enter the house. Hillary and Harry both witnessed the shooting, the bullets flying through and killed both of their parents on the spot. The shooter quickly got back in the car and they sped away. Since that day, Harry and Hillary could never see each other in a bright light again. Hillary blamed Harry for not letting her go outside to help them, while Harry believed that if he did, they would kill her as well. Harry tried to protect her in his eyes, but in her eyes, he wouldn't let her save them. This misunderstanding drove Hillary beyond insane, especially when the case went cold a year later. Hillary wanted revenge, while Harry believed the only choice was to move forward. This only worsened their relationship as siblings and would later cause a horrifying accident that will have to be carried by the both of them forever. Let our story begin. My name is Harry Weber. I have an older sister and a younger sister. My oldest sister and I never talked that much, but when we did, it was subtle. I used to get along with my younger sister Hillary very well. However, my relationship with her changed after our parents were shot in front of our own house. Hillary tried to run out and help our parents, but I couldn't lose her too, so I forced her to stay inside. I called 911, but by the time they arrived, it was too late. The shooter was already gone and our parents were deceased. Hillary was mad at me for not letting her go outside, saying that I should have at least let her say her goodbyes. After the funeral one day, I made a meal for her, hoping to cheer my little sister up. But instead, she used the kitchen knife to slash my left eye out. At the hospital, my mind erased with so many questions. How could she do this to me? I'm just trying to help. Why does she hate me so much? It wasn't my fault they died. I could never see my sister in a bright light after that. When Hope heard of the news, she dropped college to take care of us for a while. With her presence, Hillary's rage wasn't as strong, but I could tell she still hated me. 1 year passed and the murder case of our parents went cold. Hillary was outraged and swore to find their killer and avenge our parents. I tried to talk her out of it one night, telling her that if she went down this road, she'd never find her way back. But she wouldn't listen. She was so consumed by rage and vengeance that she paid no attention to anything I said, and even threatened to take my other eye if I didn't leave her alone. Not wanting to escalate the situation any further, I decided it was for the best. I went to bed that night, thinking maybe one day she'll realize that revenge will give her nothing. However, I never expected that this night would be the last night that I'd ever be in this house. My name is Hillary Weber. I have 2 older siblings, Hope and Harry. It's been 2 years since our parents' murder. I remember everything that happened that day. My brother and I were about to surprise our dad for our birthday, but as they were heading towards the door, a stranger pulled up in a black truck and shot both of our parents dead. I wanted to help them, but my brother kept me inside, and he refused to let me go outside. At the funeral, he didn't even shed a single tear. He didn't seem to care at all. I could never see my brother the same again. After their case went cold and was abandoned by the police, I began my own investigation, determined to bring their killer to justice. Harry made me dinner one night to try and convince me to let it go, but this only made me angry. I accidentally took out his left eye during our fight using a kitchen knife. I never meant to do that, but I pretended to show no remorse. My mind was telling me to stop, that he was my brother and I shouldn't be treating him like this. But my body wouldn't listen. After that incident, we could never get along well again. One evening, I made the mistake of leaving my door open when I left to use the bathroom. When I came back, I found my brother standing there looking at my computer. He knew I was hunting for our parents' killer. "You have to let this go," Harry told me. "Doing this won't bring Mom and Dad back." "Get out of my room, Harry," I scolded. "This is none of your business." "But it is," Harry continued. "If you go down this road, you won't ever come back." "I don't want to hear it," I yelled. "You didn't let me help our parents when they needed us, and you weren't even sad at their funeral. The least you could have done is let me say my goodbyes before they bled out." "First off," Harry interrupted, "those bullets already killed them instantly. Second, I did care. I just didn't let my emotions get the better of me. And third, this is not what Mom and Dad would want you to do." "I'm not going to say it again, Harry," I growled, tired of hearing his lecturing. "Get out of my room before I tear out your other eye." "I know you don't mean that," Harry said softly. "Get out," I snarled through gritted teeth. "I'm trying to help you, Hill," Harry said. "You do not get to call me Hill anymore," I growled. "Whatever. Just think about what I said," Harry muttered before walking out of my room, shutting the door quietly behind him. After I calmed down, my mind felt regret for what I said to him. Why did I threaten his other eye? Why am I treating him like this? I should listen to him. He's my brother. However, it seemed like whatever went through my mind was ignored by my body. I shut off my computer and went to sleep, hoping I'd feel better tomorrow. As I closed my eyes, I heard Harry's words in my head one last time. "If you go down this path, you'll never come back." I pushed this thought aside and fell asleep, completely unaware that those would be the last words of advice I'd ever hear my brother say.